Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Laura, this is the How Fast Crafter. We're over here doing some How Fast crafts. So as you know, I got back from Montana. I had a whole little haul of thrift store finds and I did a bunch of haul videos. It was haul week. Thanks for sitting through those. Hopefully they were fun. I do like a haul video. I like to see what people pick out. So one of the catalogs or the magazines that I got, which was the Bernat yarn catalog, had these photos in it. And I thought I want to take one of these photos and make a paper doll. And I've got some legs and I've got obviously a head. I needed a background and I thought I would use this because this background is kind of reminiscent of mid-century, but it needs to be knocked back. So I have my gesso. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put gesso on this. I'm gonna gesso the whole page, basically. And then we're gonna make a paper doll. And it's going to be fun. And we'll talk about stuff and junk and things. And you may hear I've got the windows open because for some reason it's very fall or spring-like here. And so you may hear my dragon horse. It's so funny. They really want to be close to each other. So I noticed, I think at night they sleep next to each other along the fence line because they share a big long fence line. And so I think at night that's where they sleep, is next to each other, because that's where all of the poo is that we have to pick up. So clearly they want to be close to one another, but the girl just got a little trauma. That's all. She's all right. She's gonna work it out. She's gonna work through it. She's gonna come out on the other side. She'll be okay. All right. So one thing I want to try is these gloss sprays, and I think I'm gonna do Gilt, which is like a shiny gold color, and Marine. Okay, actually, well, I gotta shake these up, but I also found Sedona, which I think maybe I'm gonna do all of these. So I'm going to use these three colors. These are primary colors. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to spray these on here in some form or fashion. I think I'll probably I'm going to put these two down and then I'll put the cool on top. Because I'm learning from my color theory magazine book thing that I got. Okay, so I've got to open these, two of them, and Ranger really seals this stuff. So while I'm opening these, I'm going to explain what I mean when I say I'm learning from my color book that I bought. I happen to have the color book right here. So in my Montana haul, no, I did it in the book haul. Well, there was a video about this book. It's all about color. And if you look at number 4, it says cool against warm down here at the bottom, or vice versa. So what I'm doing is I've got these three colors. They are primary colors. So they're tertiary, I think. And what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, I either need to put the cool color down and the warm colors on top, or I need to put the warm colors down and put the cool colors on top. And I have two warm colors. These both are warm. The blue is cool. So what I want to do is I want to put the warm colors down, and the accent color is going to be the cool color. So that's my plan. So what I want to do is I want to spray these two And then I'm gonna put this one on top. So what I know is the blue is gonna go on top as like an accent. So I'm gonna set the blue off to the side. Now I have these two colors, and now I wanna look at the tone of these two colors. Which one is the lighter of the two? It's probably gonna be this yellow, and the red is the darker one. So I want the red to go first, the yellow to go second, the blue to go on top of that third. So we're gonna try this. The red's gonna go first. I've got to get some paper around here because I'm about to make a mess. Okay, so I've got my paper here. So that's going to be somewhat protected. Here's my red spray. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm just going to do a little of that. And then I want a little bit of the, so that's Sedona. This is Gilt, G-I-L-T. I think that's all I want of that. And then I want a little bit of this, but first I'm going to dry these two. Boy, won't that Sedona look really good in a nocturnal journal. Sorry, you're not, I can't, I feel like I need to scooch up more, but I can't. Okay, so let me explain what I've done. I've put down the gesso so that the paint will stick to the page, no matter what. Gesso has a tooth. I have put down the warm colors first. Now, why am I drying the warm colors before I put the blue on is because I don't want them to become mud. So if you mix a wet warm color with a wet blue or cool color, if you mix those two, if they are wet and they mix together, they will make mud. So warm and cool mixed together make mud. I don't want mud. So I can mix two warm colors together and I will get a color. So if I mix these two together, I would get an orangey red color. So I've dried everything. So now I can add my blue safely on top because it won't mix. Nothing is wet. So the blue will just lay on top of these colors and not intermingle and make a muddy brown color. So now I'm gonna come in from a different angle. And that's all I want. I don't even want any more than that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna dry this really quickly. Okay, as I look at this, I realize I do want more blue. So I wanna come in this angle. And, whoops, not that much blue, but that much. Okay, and one thing to keep in mind is that the sprays that I am using are Dina Wakley Media gloss sprays, which means they're glossy. So if you're using a heat gun, they're not going to dry matte. You will bubble them. Be careful. Okay, so now I'm going to take down all of this. Okay, now we're back on track. So the cool thing is, in this set of images, I have 4 images to choose from. So this image has a very warm background. This is a cool background. These are cool backgrounds. Her hat is warm. Her hair is red, so it's actually kind of warm. So I can really decide which one do I want on here. Now I'm gonna cut out the background. I may not cut out her shoulders. I may not need her neck though. I don't know, but I do need to choose which face I want. I think I might want one of these down here. That one's a good one too. I don't like that hat, but I could actually cut this part off and just use that part. Let's see about what kind of body we're gonna find. So this is one of the magazines that I got in Montana, and I feel like this one's from 2016. I feel like it had a lot of interesting bodies in it. I think this was the one. So we're gonna flip through this. And the thing that I'm gonna keep in mind is that her head is pretty big. So we're gonna need somewhat of a large body. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this body here. So there's nothing on the other side. Hopefully I can, no. All right, I'm gonna cut this out and then I'll come back and we'll watch. Hopefully some magic happen. Something will happen. Okay, so I've cut out a head. I'm not sure that I'm gonna use this one, but I've also cut out this body, but then I realize that's not how I want this to look. I need this sweater to go over her head. So I have to cut this head off like so. And then I will need to trim her head up like so. Let's put her over here so we can see what we're working with. Need to trim up here as well. Yes. So that's what we have. Pull this down a little. So that's great. Now she looks like that she was made for that. That's fabulous. And we can either keep this whole body or we can cut off her pants and maybe give her a little skirt with these little tiny legs. So then you have to start thinking, okay, well, what if I give her a skirt with little tiny legs? You know, so she's gonna have a big head, a medium-sized body, and teeny tiny legs. Is that what we want to do? Let's find out. So I'm going to try to do this without having to cut around her fingers. I'm gonna try and see. Okay, we're gonna try these legs here. Okay, so we've got the head and the body, which looks correct. Oh, you're in a glare. Let me pull you out. And then I've got these little tiny legs. Which I could glue like that. That does not look right. So, where's her legs? Here are her legs. They're still here. We could still use them. I'm looking at this and this looks okay, but I also had found this little, I don't know what this is, lotion or perfume. So I found this perfume bottle. So I'm gonna cut this out because I think we can use this as a body. And it may not look right because it's black, but we can always paint it with some Posca. So I could do this to make her very small. So this would make her very small and I would need to cut off her neck. So the question is, and then she would need arms. But I don't think I like that. I do like these two things together. I like this, which you can't really see, but I think we're gonna stick with this. And I'm gonna tape these two pieces back together again. Here we go. And now I have taped the legs back together. Okay, so we tried something, we didn't like it, it's all fine. We do like this. Yes. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. So I'm gonna be okay with it. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut out this little Union Jack because she looks British to me now. Ooh, what if we put it on her head? Well, now she looks like a police officer. Okay. So I have to go do some chores. I also have what if she goes over here, scooched up just a smidge, and what if we give her a little lion friend? What if we give her a little lion friend? And what if the lion friend is British? Okay. All right, things are happening. I'm liking this. All right. I have to go do some chores. I'm gonna think about this and then I'm gonna come back. These magazine collages do not take the 1 hour that you see on the magical internet. They take a very long time. So I'm gonna go do my chores and then I will come back. I'm gonna think about this and how I want this to look and go. All right, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I realized that I had a page from an old cookbook that had the correct gold and red in it. It also has a blue background, but we're not going to use that. But I want these flowers. So originally I thought, well, I would get these flowers and I put them in this corner and then we would have 3 elements on the page and that would be okay. And then it could be considered done. But then I started realizing I don't like her hat. So I think this is too muted and flat. I think it's okay for her face to be muted and flat, but I don't like having this massive amount of muted flat here too. So what I'm gonna do with this is cut off her hat. All right, so I don't want the hat. I do want these flowers. So this is originally what I wanted to do. Oh, that's in a, there you go. It's in a clip, can't even see it. But then I realized if I take her hat off, she would need some hair of some sort. So I could cut this out. Oh, I wish I had all of that. I guess I could still cut it. Really, it would make way more sense to cut around that and cut those out. Is that what I want to do? though. Yeah, I mean, this just really fits her. So it might even go better. Okay, yes. All right, this is great. This is so fabulous. Okay, this is why you should watch collage videos when you first wake up in the morning. All right, so now I have this cheetah. It's a cheetah, right? Leopard? Cheetah. Are those leopard spots or cheetah spots? I don't know. Leopard? Maybe it's a leopard. I don't know. Big cats. I've never been obsessed with big cats. Is that weird? Maybe. And then I have the Union Jack, which I'm sure the Brits are like, you've got it all wrong. I don't know. I don't know how any of this goes. It's all made up, y'all. It's all made up. So I do kind of like, I don't know what's the British thing. She just kind of has like a British vibe, and maybe that's because I watched a lot of British TV from the 60s and 70s, but I do feel like I need something behind them because right now they're sort of floating on the page. Not that it's really that bad because we do have the border. I could give her some water bugs. Maybe they need some shrimp. I'm kidding. I don't think there's anything I can do with this. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Is that wide enough? Ooh, it is. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this. This is a painting by somebody. But I'm not gonna use the whole painting. I'm going to throw this. I feel like this just is not sharp anymore. Wait, let's just try to tear it out first, because sometimes the juxtapose comes right out. And it did. So this is a Juxtapose magazine. This happens to be right at the correct width. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to take probably just this top part, and I might turn it upside down. We'll see what I do. Okay, so this is what I want, and I think I actually want it this way so that looks like a floor. All right, so we're gonna put her on the floor like so, and there's her flower hat. Yes, absolutely. And then I want these two points to line up here like so. And then I want that there. Yep, that's it. I think that's the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna cut her the space out of her boot. Okay, all right, so I think step one is going to be to figure out how I want her hair to look. So if this is her, do we want her hair to be like that? That's pretty good. Or do we want her hair to be going back like that? Also pretty good. I think I like it this way. So what I'm gonna try to do, even though this is glossy, and I know that this is a bad idea. Okay, so I did a little bit of glue, but I'm also gonna put down a little bit of tape on top of the glue. You can't see, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So there's a glue stick here. I put her head on it, and now I'm going to put a piece of tape over all of it because I really don't want this to shift when I go to glue it down. Also, that's going to protect, that goes over the top of the glue so I don't accidentally lay this down and then glue it down somewhere. So there she is. There's our lady with her fancy hair. And we need to put her on her body. So she needs to go right there. Again, I'm going to use, I think, just a little bit of tape. And then I will let her flip down like that. Flip her back up. And there we go. So there is the paper doll. And I will have to trim off that right there, which is fine. No big deal. That's perfect. And then I want this little guy. I don't know. I have no idea why this is going on here. It's just a feeling that I have. Something says to do this, so I'm doing it. No idea if it's right or wrong. Oh wait, it's art. There's no right or wrong. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna take, this is my art glue, my barely art glue, because I make things that are barely art. If you want the link to it, it's down below. And then I'm gonna take one of my Timu silicone brushes, I don't know. And I'm going to spread all this glue out. Because I read or heard or something that if you do that, oh no, I'm not ready. I haven't glued the bottom down yet. All right, well, we're gonna have to figure this out because her feet need to go, oh no. See, y'all, it's all okay. All right, that is where I'm gonna want that. That's okay, I'm gonna work with this. I can do it. We can make all of this work. It's just gonna take us a second. All right, so that's all okay. What we can do is flip this up and do this. And then again, I'm gonna take my little brush. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more glue. I wish I knew what kind of bird that was. I've never heard that bird before here. Right. Put that down like that. All right, now it's all down. It's all okay. So what I heard or read was that if you spread the glue on the back of the magazine page, it won't wrinkle as much. But I think you kind of have to work fast, and I always forget. I need a little, where's my scraper? I always forget to do the top and work my way down. I always forget that. I don't know why I can't remember it. Okay. Now we want this. So this I am gonna do in phases. I'm about to have to go see if I can find that bird. It's probably just a grosbeak or something. Or crossbill. Is that what they're called? Okay, so I did that. And now what I'm going to do is run a little bit of glue here. And this spray is actual acrylic paint, so it's not going to come up when anything wet touches it. It's not a distress ink or a Delusions ink. It's not an ink spray, so it won't come up. It's not water soluble. All right. All right, so there's that. That's a very cool scene. I am going to let all of this dry. I'm gonna go across here with a black Stabilo for sure. This needs more glue. Not that much more though. I didn't realize it was coming out. That's annoying. That's okay. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'll outline everything at least in black. I might do something fancy with these flowers. I think I have some liquid pearls or stickles that might work there. Maybe I'll fancy it up, but I'll come back when it's all fancied up. All right. Be back in a bit. Okay, I outlined her and then I realized I could chat with you while I outline this cheetah here, and maybe we can do some sort of something. It'll be fun. So I've got some videos for the end, some little clips for the end of this video. We were in Montana at a wedding, and it was the older brother of two brothers. They are my husband's nephews. And one of them, the best man, the younger brother, who was also the best man, he is a helicopter pilot. And he ended up at it wasn't even the full end of the wedding, it was close. But he ended up leaving. He had to go to work. He works on wildfires during the summer. He's the dude in the helicopter picking up water and dropping it on fires. So if you know anything about that, that's what he does. And he had to go to work. It was pretty frantic. He wasn't sure he was even going to make the wedding. And but he did, and then he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to stay at the wedding, but he was able to. But then he had to leave and go to work, and so his buddy came and picked him up in a helicopter, and that's how he left the wedding. So he showed his own brother up at the wedding, which was hilarious. Because I have an older sister, and I know that if I had done anything like that at her wedding, she would have killed me. So I got video of him taking off, and I told the groom the next day that he's got to one-up his brother at his wedding now. So now there's a little rivalry. So that'll be fun. That makes me want to go to the next kid's wedding too, because I want to see what they're going to do. And then I have a couple of clips of just enjoying the wildlife and nature of Montana. It's very beautiful there. It's very similar to where I live, but it is very beautiful. So I thought that I would get a clip of that for you. There's definitely more cottonwoods there than here. I live in a juniper forest in the high mountain desert, and that's not quite high mountain desert. It's high, it's 6,000 feet up, so it's definitely elevation, but they have a lot more water than we do, and they get rain regularly and not just snow in the winter. So, oops. Gotta concentrate on this. There we go. Oh, that's cool. He needs outlining too, though, which I'm gonna do with a Posca marker. So we did that. We hung out with family. I got to go to the thrift stores. It was a whole lot of fun. It was definitely not terrible. So we did the wedding, and then we had to drive even more after the wedding. We drove 12 hours to the wedding, and then we had to drive even more to my mother-in-law's house. Ooh, yes, that's what I want. I want that to pop off of the page. I still don't know what that bird is. It's probably just a nuthatch or something equally boring. And I'm over here thinking it's something really cool. Yeah, that really, whoops. That really makes him or her pop off the page. I'm gonna outline this as well. Like that. Oh, that's way, way better. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, now we're gonna outline these flowers. I'm doing the outline to give it dimension so that it doesn't look so flat. So that outline gives it just the slightest bit of shadow. So that it doesn't look quite as flat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I think I'm even gonna outline her hair. There's her hair. Yep. I like that as well. And I'm gonna outline this side of her little flower hat thing. It's not all the way down over there. Deal with it later. Don't forget, this isn't going into a museum, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I do think I want to outline this down here with my Posca because the Stabilo didn't do really what I wanted it to. There we go. That just gives it a bit more definition. I love it. I want to give her hair some little stickles. So I've got these bronze copper. It's copper stickles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down here and I'm going to run these like that. And stickles are glue with very fine glitter in it. So when this dries, it's going to be flat. It's not going to be sticking up like this. It will flatten out. So I'm just going to try to sort of spread it out a little with the nozzle. But I want to keep, if I can, I want to keep the grooves so that it looks like hair. So now her hair looks fabulous. And then I have this, which is, it's called Glisten. Maybe I want to put a little dab in the center of each flower. Okay, and remember that's going to dry flat, so it will flatten out. Cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Absolutely in love with it. That is too blue for what I want to do. Never mind. However, I do have this, which maybe we should just put in the background. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, I don't know how old this is. It was on clearance at Joann's for $1.47, so it may be super old and gunky. But I'm gonna put, oof, that's kind of a big dollop, but that's all right. Let's see if we can spread it around. Oh yeah, there we go. And then I want another little dollop. I'm gonna use this end of the brush. Ooh, and I'm gonna use one of these. I think I just found the perfect use case for these silicone brushes. Because then I can spread it around like a kind of like soft palette knife. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't really see the variations of the sparkles. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And now I want some on this side of her. Oh, this is a very 70's layout that I got going on over here. Is it a layout? I don't know. Is that just an old scrapbooker's term? All right, I'm gonna turn this way. I've got all of this on me. It's funny. Here we go. There it is. All right. Wow, it's really sticky. Made my hands very, very sticky. All right. There you go. Look at that. Oh, this is brilliant. I love it. Oh, I should put some right here too. Can't tell if that's my dogs running up and down the stairs or thunder. I'm gonna go with dogs. But it is cloudy here today. There was some thunder yesterday, but the storm never came here, of course, because that's how it works around here. That's all right. All right. Just gonna put this, just has some of this is just glitter, and I'm just gonna put a little there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. That's great. So good. All right. I really got to go figure out what bird that is. All right, there we go. I wonder if I should do something there. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have? Oh, I've got these blue liquid pearls. I'm going to put those around the flag emblem. There we go. A little bit of dimension. I like that. All right. What else do I have? Oh, I've got these stickles, which are very similar to those, only I think more. Oh yeah, a lot more. I wonder if I should put them down here. No, that'd be too much. I think that would be too stickled. All right, we're gonna call this good. I'm gonna put some fun videos at the end of this. You can see the best man showing up his brother at his brother's wedding. Such a hilarious thing. I don't think he knew what was going on. I think his girlfriend actually set up the surprise. So not his fault. He wasn't like, oh, I know, I'll leave my brother's wedding, blah, blah, blah. I think it was planned for him. If here we go. All done. Looks neat. We're going to do some more. Come back. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like and if you want to subscribe. If you don't like and you don't want to subscribe, well, that is a-okay too. You don't have to. And leave me a comment if you got a question or a comment. I think I got some stickles over here. So maybe that's what this lady needs. I haven't done anything. I haven't finished her. One day. All right. Look for the videos. Bye.